Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you, and today we're going to talk about how much that you should actually be dosing for TRT, or Testosterone Replacement Therapy. But before we get into that, just a huge shout out and thank you to everybody supporting the channel. You guys, the loyalty is amazing. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't yet, subscribe, like the videos, share the videos, whatever you can do. It helps the channel grow immensely, way more than I can explain. So please, for the algorithm and for me, please like, share, and subscribe. Now, let's jump into that. How much should you be using for your TRT? Okay, let me start off by telling you this. There's no set answer because each individual has a different type of condition, need, and necessity, right? So there are more severe cases of hypogonadism, which is low T or low testosterone, okay? So some people can be a severe case. And let me tell you something right now, and I'm going to do a video completely separate on the dangers of low testosterone levels, but and it takes a severe case, but it can be fatal. It can kill you. And obviously, having low testosterone is going to lower your quality of life. It's going to have a slew of different side effects. It's going to be difficult for you to lose weight. You're going to have a lack of energy. You're going to have a low sex drive. I mean, there's a long list of things. Now, just because you have one of these symptoms does not necessarily mean that you have low testosterone either. You need to be under a physician's care. Look, I get, and I love to answer questions, and trust me, I love to look as smart as I possibly can. I mean, who doesn't? But I also don't throw out nonsense to people or act like I know something that I don't. I take it serious when I answer questions that I'm sent, and you can see that, especially when I post in comments or on forums, message boards, emails, wherever. I take it serious, but I ask for more information because I need it. It's not because I want to go back and forth 75 times, because trust me, I don't. I have way too much going on. But I can't, well, I hate to say I can't. I could answer right away and just give you a general basic answer that probably doesn't apply to you. And you're going to get that all over the place. When you have somebody digging for more information and asking you, it's because I'm trying to understand your situation and your circumstances the best I can in a very quick email. Obviously, you know, I can't sit here and analyze for everybody all day because I have a ton of paying clients and nobody works free. But I do try to answer as many questions as I possibly can for people, you know, that are quick questions. You know, that's a lot more than anybody else generally does, especially when you're getting that amount of questions. But when it comes to testosterone replacement therapy especially, you've got to be very careful. Okay, first of all, generally speaking, when you inject testosterone, synthetic testosterone, you're going to take 5 to 7 times what that dose is. So let's say you're doing 200 milligrams a week. Low end, unless you have a severe case of low testosterone, you'd be walking around at about 1,000 for your testosterone number. Higher end, you're 1,400. You do not need to be walking around at 1,400 every single day for too long, especially as you get older. It's you know, you want to control it. 700 to 800 is a fabulous number for just an everyday person, especially as you're getting in like your 40s, 50s. You're walking around at those kind of numbers, you're going to be feeling great, and that's a great number to be at. There's a wide range that they're going to tell you is normal levels, and the low end is way too low in my view. Now look, some people, and they're anomalies, but they will feel great at that 250, 300 test level, but most are not, and you're going to know. And I'm all about improving quality of life. I don't think it's smart to just jump on TRT just because somebody like me, and I'm trying to teach you to make the mistakes that you know, not to make the mistakes that I have made and that many veterans have made that I know and respect and have talked with and learned from. Okay, and I do everything I can to prevent you from making the same mistakes that I have and that others have made. Look, the best teachers have honestly made the most mistakes because we've had to learn from it over and over and over again. So when it comes to the dosing, if you're doing 200 milligrams a week, chances are you're going to be walking around with a testosterone level in the thousands. and it's just not necessary. That's why I always tell people about 175 is about the max that I would generally recommend to somebody that's on TRT. A lot of people only need 100 because they react at that seven times, and that'll put you at 700, and a lot of people will be higher than that. They just respond extremely well. And so that's something that needs to be monitored by a doctor or physician if you really want to, do it properly. If you understand what you're doing, if you got somebody watching over you that really knows what they're doing, then that's also, understandable. I've been hired to do that for a decade, and I monitor blood work and I analyze it and I do all of those things. And I'm comfortable doing it though. And while I don't have a doctorate, I have so many years into this, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I don't claim to be. I just know what I'm doing in this field, and I'm confident in it, and there's a lot of guys out there that are smarter than me that do well as well. So, but generally I say try to go to a physician. But if you just email me, go, well, what's a good TRT dose, and ask me, I don't know how to answer that. I need a lot more information. We got to dig into blood work and prior, health history and what you got going on now, and just analyze it, determine how severe the case is, and that's how you determine the dose that you need. But generally speaking, most people that I've encountered are on 125 to 150 milligrams a week. When I do 150 milligrams a week, which I've continued to do, I'm in a very nice range and I feel pretty damn good. So, but like I say, everybody's different. And it's just like anything else. I can give you generic doses that are general dosing protocols, etc. But, it's got to accommodate the individual. And that takes time to learn. And it takes, a lot of watching, monitoring, seeing responses. There's just a lot into it. And cases range from very severe to just very minor. And it's got to fall into each individual category here on what you need. So, if you want a generic answer, 125 to 150 milligrams is what I have ran into by far the most consistently on what people use and what works well for them, and what generally will keep you in a healthy range where it's not too much. You don't want to be walking around too much for too long. And like I said, I'm going to do a separate video that just talks about low testosterone dangers also, so we can get into that more. And I'll talk more about the side effects and things to be aware of. And, just because you have the certain side effects does not necessarily mean you have low testosterone. I get so many people that go, I just don't have any energy. I need TRT. And I'm like, asking questions, and it's generally, well, have you seen a physician? Have you gotten blood work? Have you done this? Well, no. Well, then how do you know that? Well, because I'm tired all the time. Well, I'm tired all the time too because I'm so fucking stressed with something at times, or, I'm lacking sleep, or this, that, didn't eat enough. Who knows? Sometimes your body, from working out too hard, it'll just wake up some days and just not have it that day. I mean, I don't know. But don't jump to that conclusion without going, but that's an indicator. So go in and get blood work done. Listen to the indicators, and then that helps you either determine you have something or you don't have something. But don't just assume. Always test and find out first. So there you have it. I'm sorry I can't give a straight, definitive answer on this, but I wanted to make the video to explain to you what all goes into it so that you understand, because some people do grasp that, but some people definitely do not, and I want to make sure that you understand fully. So, that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.